Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie, Part 2. My name is Susan LaCroix, and together with my daughter, Julie Davison, we come together every week and film and then put it on YouTube for you so that it can premiere on Sundays at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 12 o'clock Central Time. All right, well, it still is cold here. Cold, cold, cold. We are supposed to, fingers crossed, warm up to the 40s next week, only to then plummet back down into cold. Oh, well. So I am stamping solo today. Well, I usually do just stamp solo, but Julie and I, we just couldn't get our schedules together. She and her husband are actually spending a few days with their daughter Claire. I think they're starting softball season. So they went to watch a few of her games. So, yeah, that's really exciting. And we're looking forward to also watching her pitch later on this spring. But anyway, I'm going to flip my camera over so we can get started. We are using a suite of products that we've been wanting to use, but it's been in either low inventory or parts of it are unavailable. So it is in the mini catalog. It is called Beautiful Butterflies, and it starts on page 38. There's several pages to look at because there's just so much to see. So we're going to start over here. I mean, there's some beautiful samples. I actually kind of cased this one, but not quite. I mean, I made some changes to it. So these are the products that are in there. There's the stamp set and the dies and the embossing folder and some loose sequins and gorgeous designer series paper. So then if we flip over to page 40, we see some samples here and kind of showing what some of these dies can do. And I'm hoping to show you that as well. I think that might be the last page. Yep, that's the last page. So you've got a bunch of pages to look at. But let me go through the product for you as well. So the stamp set is photopolymer. It's a set of 12. And it has a bigger butterfly. And these are smaller than the actual stamps. A smaller butterfly. These, I wasn't sure what they were, but they actually are part of the wings. So I'll show you that. Couple greetings, time to celebrate in case you need me. Hello, happy birthday for you. So thankful. A view of a butterfly and some dots. So that is the stamp set. The dies, there's a lot of them. 2 magnet sheets worth. So there's the really big butterfly. There's this one that has some of the detail, a couple of the smaller butterflies, a couple labels, and some butterfly bodies. So, man, I'm telling you. All right. So here is the embossing folder. And it actually, I don't know if that helps you see it better, but it works in coordination with some of these. So you can use these together. And I think we've shown you that in the past, but basically what you're going to do is you're going to, one side of this, I think it might be this one. It's got like an outline that you can kind of set this in. And then you're going to put your paper on top of that and then very carefully close it and run it through the embossing machine. And you'll get, I'll show you what that looks like. Oh, all right. There we go. Let's put this back over here. Put this back over here and let's look at this paper. So you get 6 different designs. So you get 8 each, 6 by 6. So pack of 48. And the colors in this, well, I'm not sure I remember them all. So let's see. I think this one is Oh goodness, this is Berry Burst. And then there is Calypso Coral. There's this says Balmy Blue, but you know what? I think it looks more like Pool Party, but just depends on your perspective. Some fresh freesia. And then this one is kind of it's not really ombre, but it's just a really pretty design. And bokeh just refers to like these dots on paper. So these are the 6 colors that are in this. And then if you flip it over, you've got some splatters and some more muted tones, perhaps. So lots of fun things you can do with these. All right, and then rounding out this suite are these bokeh sequins. They're itty bitty bokeh mix, is what it's called. Oh, I just don't want to spell it all over the place because that would be my luck, right? Woohoo. So they're really sparkly. And I was going to actually use these, but I went a different direction. And I'm kind of glad I did. I mean, these are gorgeous, but to painstakingly pick out and put them on a card. No, thanks. Okay, not today. Oh, see, look at that. I've made a mess. Let's slide this stuff out of the way. And let me show you a couple of things, samples that I've made. So this one, I used that embossing folder on that one that has kind of, mixed. And so I just did it. And then my card base is basic white. Then I took a rectangle of this, die cut out one of the little butterflies with a scrap from this paper and did the little body and antenna and then put some of the sequins, and those are from Sale-A-Bration, and just stamped happy birthday. So this is kind of cased from the catalog. I really like the look of that, but I wanted to jazz it up a little bit and do some embossing. All right. So let me get the dies out again because I wanted to share this with you. So this die here, so we're going to play with that a little bit. So this is the card. Let me start with that. So it's just a butterfly. And so you open it up and you've got the inside of it. Now, let me show you how to do this. We're going to take this big die, if I can get it off the magnet sheet. Man, okay. And I did that mine in white, but I was going to show you just for a contrast. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay your cardstock or your, yes. So in this case, it would normally be black, but I have it in white so you can see it better. And you'll see this ridge along here. And you'll notice that there's these 2 little lines. Oh, I hope you can see them. Maybe not. But trust me, there's 2 little raised lines, one on either side. And you're going to line those up with your 4 1/4 score. So you're going to line it up. I hope I'm not confusing you by having black on white here. Okay, so you're going to line up those lines with your score line. You're going to run it through your die cut in a embossing machine. And then you're going to turn it around the other way and do the same thing. So you're going to line up your cardstock or your die with those score lines and run it through for a second time. And then when you're done with that, you have your card that you can then decorate any way you want. I just thought that was so cool. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few other projects that I have made, and then we're going to get to my project. So let me just pull this stuff out of the way. Pull this out of the way. And this, we don't need that anymore. So this is a piece of Calypso Coral. And I just die cut out a white butterfly and then one in balmy blue. Actually, that is not balmy blue. That is Pool Party. Thank you. All right. Then I took some gold metallic paper and I took, let's see if I can find it. Here it is. And I'm going to show you this on my project too. So I die cut out two of the bodies in the metallic gold. And I decapitated my white butterfly. And then I glued the one of the metallic bodies on with the head kind of hanging over. And then I cut the body in half and then glued the body on because it doesn't come down all the way. You'll see that on mine because I wanted it to be longer. And then I adhered this blue um, butterfly on top of it. And I know you might not be able to see it very well on camera, but I took some Versamark and I just stamped a few butterflies on it as a little background. This is one of the labels that comes with the dies, and I embossed in gold, Happy Birthday. So I kind of picked up the gold from the body and then threw a couple of our little butterflies on there. Okay, and then this guy is actually a swap card that I got, and it's from Carmen Melendez, and she made a shaker card using some of those bokeh sequins. So if you can see those, and she used one of our cello bags and made a fun, fast shaker card. And then used one of our labels with a hello. And she used Berry Burst, and it looks like Azure Afternoon, and maybe some fresh freesia there as well. So cute, cute, cute card, Carmen. Thank you so much for sending it to me. Okay. All right. Let's get cranking on mine, right? Let's hope this stuff is all not in our way. So let's bring out our stuff. So the first thing is a piece of basic white, 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4.25. And then what I did is I used the big die that I showed you to make like just a single butterfly card. But I lined it up at the score line, but I'm going to leave it. I'm only going to do that. And that's going to be the front of my card. I have a piece of designer series paper, which is 5.5 by 3.25. I have a piece of gorgeous grape. It was 4 inches by 3 inches, and I die cut out the butterfly. And then I took some balmy blue, just scraps from one of the pieces of designer series paper, and did 2 bodies. Okay, so those are the supplies. Pretty quick, huh? All right, so the first thing I want to do is take my snips, and I'm going to snip right along the score line because I just want the butterfly hanging over. Oh, what am I caught on? Okay, I'll fix that. So I'm going to do that on both sides. All right. So sometimes there's a little bit of cleanup. So for example, like right here, I'm just going to clean that up a little bit. Same thing on the other side. See, I'm left-handed, so it's a little bit trickier. How many of you have this suite or any part of it? And what do you think of it? It's a little bit fussy. Okay, I may have to do a little more cleanup in a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so there we have our butterfly. And I have some gorgeous grape ink, and I have some fresh freesia ink. So what I'm going to do is I've got a couple of stamps here. One, I'm going to stamp on the wings, and then this is the hello, which is going to go in the corner of my designer series paper. So let me just move this out of the way for a moment. open up my fresh freesia. I don't have Julie here to tell me if I'm in camera view or not. This is bugging me. Let me just get this stuff out of our way. Okay. There, that's better. All right, let me slide this over a little bit. We're going to stamp our wings. So I'm not going all the way to the bottom because I'm going to have this that's going to sit over it. And I just wanted a little bit of color peeking out from there. Same thing here. Nope, I don't want it that way. Ooh, that was close. All right, so I'm not going to let those ends really touch, but I'm not going to go up real far on that way. Same thing on this side. A little bit more ink on there. And let's just do that. All right. Not bad. So now I'm going to do some decapitation. And I'm just going to make like a V cut here. And chop his head off. But don't worry, he's going to grow a new one. Well, it could be a she. We don't know, huh? All right, so now we're going to take our well, actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue on that other piece. No, I'm not. I'm going to do this now. All right, so I'm going to put some liquid glue on here, and I'm going to, again, adhere this so that the head and antenna are sticking up over the white wings. So a little bit of liquid glue. All right, so now he's on a two-headed butterfly. So I'm going to cut him up there. I suppose we could have have this sticking out. No, we won't do that. Never mind. Yeah, we'll put a little bit of glue here. And so I want him to come down here, because his body just wasn't quite long enough. Now we're going to add this piece over it. And so the body is going to cover up where that was cut. So we'll add some more liquid glue to put this guy on. I sure hope it's getting warm where you are. One of the things I didn't mention is Sale-A-Bration will be ending shortly because today is the 23rd, so there's just a few more days left to take advantage of that. And this has been very popular, by the way. This using the Sale-A-Bration butterfly, people have been buying up the other pieces that they want from the suite and then getting this free. So not a bad way to go. And it went, it was, when I had Hostess Club last week, many of my club members ordered this stuff. And when I checked, it was low inventory, and I was getting a little nervous because I was worried it was going to run out before I could get orders in. But what I did is after they all left, I'm going to, boy, see, here's the decision. Do I want the bokeh design underneath it, or do I want this side? So on my sample, I use this side. So I think, not that it's going to make a whole lot of difference, but let's try putting this in this way. And so again, this is 3¼ by 5½. And I'm going to glue it so there's about 1/2 inch maybe on the top and the bottom. I'm going to put this guy right here. So line it up edge, side to side, and then, like I said, about 1/2 inch straight. Get you up a wee bit. Okay. All right. It's getting there. It's getting there. Okay. So I want to put a little greeting here. And there really wasn't room for a lot. And I didn't want a big banner kind of taking over and you lose the focus of the butterfly. So I'm just going to put hello in this corner down here in Gorgeous Grape. And so if you want, there's a little bit of room if you wanted to write a little message, or you could always write something on the very back of the card. Totally up to you. So this is just going to go right in this corner. So it kind of shows when the butterfly is up front. All right, but we still need our bling, right? Like I said, I didn't use the sequins. So what I did was I brought out the two-tone sparkle gems. And I really felt like they also coordinate really well. So I decided, normally I just do 3, but I am adding a few more. So I'm going to put 2 of the small of these gems on the top of his body, or hers. Maybe it's a her with all the sparkle, huh? And then 1 on the bottom. And then I'm going to do some of the bigger ones. So let's flip this over so we can grab some of the big ones. So 1 up here, 1 on the other side. Oh man, this isn't here. Very good. Maybe I'll keep this one and give Julie the other one. Okay. And 1 there. And then 1 down here. And there it is. There's our butterfly card. It's different, isn't it? I kind of like it. All right, so let me just bring back some of my other samples so that you can see. I was trying to make sure that I kind of showed a lot that's in the suite. And then my swap card from Carmen. Put that one down here. So there's what I've been working on, except for this one that Carmen worked on that one for me. So I hope you like this. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. I'm going to take my card, switch my camera view, and just chat for a few little minutes here. All right. So here it is. One last look at it. And I'm not really a purple person, but I think you could do so much with any of the papers that you use. If you wanted to do yellows, or the blue, the Azure Afternoon, or the coral. Anyway, let's see what else. Celebration's ending in just a few days, and then early March, we have new kits that will be coming out. we will be having new online exclusives that will be coming out. So that's what's going to be happening in March. Also, for those of you who, and I'm not sure how I'm going to finish my communication with everybody, but we're coming down to the wire with the new platform and the changes that are happening as a result of that. So that'll be happening in North America. It's going to be happening about the middle of April. Well, it is actually. I think Tax Day is the day that they're doing that. So more information on that will be communicated to you. Basically, my advice would be is if you do not have an online account, start one. It's easy to do. Doesn't just takes a few minutes of your time. Because probably the biggest change, at least for me and for my customers, one of the biggest changes is demonstrators can no longer handle people's credit cards. So it's being done that way in other parts of the world. And we're just kind of catching up to that. It's for your safety as well as the demonstrator safety and Stampin' Up safety. So, you just don't want to wait too long and wait to the last minute. I mean, there's going to be some workarounds and some more things, but more on that later. We don't have to worry about that now. Because then in April, demonstrators can pre-order from the new annual catalog, which will then start in May. So it's just like, it just keeps on going, right? Well, that's good. That's really good. Well, that's it for me today. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. And until next Sunday stamping with Susan and Julie, have a wonderful week, everybody. And thank you for watching. Bye.